Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Alright, check this out. The other day, actor Michael J. Rainey Jr., aka Little Tariq from 50 Cent's Power Universe, was essayed during a live stream on Twitch. In a video which is now circulating on the internet, Michael was standing in a room full of people, and during the stream, Talil James' little sister appears to walk into the room and grab his crotch. I mean, she went for the full cuff, making Michael very uncomfortable. The alleged assault occurred while other participants were in the room, but they were sort of engaged in the stream and also engaged in conversation, so they didn't really see it.
Everybody in here has worked your job, has more than $1 million. Y'all never worked, y'all never did nothing. Y'all literally have 5 minutes of max in here. Then y'all gotta get out, okay?
5 minutes? You know how much 5 minutes is?
Okay.
Yeah.
They've never worked. You gotta think. They've never worked a job, but they go play with us. Anybody need water? No, we good, bro.
No, paper towels for them.
Paper towels.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so after the incident took place, Michael Rainey Jr. spoke out about it, and he said, "At this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online, and I'm still in shock and don't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. The fact is, SA is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves." After that, Talil James, who hosts the Talil Show on Twitch, also spoke out about the situation in which his little sister got out of control. Talil said, "After the actions that occurred during my stream last night, I would like to sincerely apologize to Michael and his family for what took place. My little sister was completely wrong and out of line. What she did was very inappropriate and unacceptable. I am truly embarrassed and disgusted by her actions. I completely respect whatever direction Michael wants to go in this situation. After watching the clip, I was completely taken back by what she done. I will take extreme precautions with future streams to avoid similar issues and have banned her from participating in future streams. I do not condone any type of assault." Alright, so after the whole incident took place, a whole bunch of people came to Michael Rainey Jr.'s defense, and a whole lot of people also urged him to take legal action. For instance, one person said, "Please press charges on her, because if the roles were reversed, you'd have been in jail." Alright, so after people started calling for Michael Rainey Jr. to put this chick in jail, 50 Cent caught wind of the situation and he jumped on Instagram and wrote, "I register that as a form of flattery. I've accepted that from female fans my whole career, but okay, you're right guys, put her in jail. Whatever floats your boat." Alright, so after 50 Cent said that, he started to receive a whole bunch of backlash online from individuals who thought that he was making light of the fact that Michael was violated. And in response to the backlash, 50 jumped back online and wrote, "Wait, sexual assault? From a male perspective, this was an aggressive advance. LOL, he's fine. No charges are being pressed." Alright, so 50 Cent's comment actually highlights something important because it shows that we're still not on the same page as far as what SA is, because a lot of people believe that Michael Rainey Jr. was indeed SA'd, while other people are like, "Who are you kidding? That was just a little harmless flirtatious love tap and a direct invite into the bedroom. That ninja need to man up." So here are my questions. 1, was that just innocent flirtation? Or 2, was that SA? 3, does it matter who's doing it? Because if Beyonce had walked into that room and gave him the cuff, would he still consider that SA? Or would he have followed her out of that room and went to bang, and then like 20-30 minutes later came back into the room with a big smile on his face? Let me know in the comments. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Now, I understand that a lot of men are not used to being violated, so they don't know what to do. And I understand that in that situation when he's live streaming, he's in a room with a whole bunch of people and the sister comes up and cuffs him, he didn't know what to do. So I think that, he laughed it off out of like shock. But I would like to discuss what men really should do in that situation. Alright, so 1, you have to verbally tell her no, okay? Because she thinks it's cute. 2, you gotta grab those wrists. Not to forcefully hurt her, but to restrain her and get her hands off of your junk. And 3, after the initial shock wears off and you stop with the little giggling, you gotta pull this chick to the side and you have to explain to her with a very stern face that you are not her boy toy and she is not allowed to touch your body. Now, let me be very clear because I know how YouTube can get. And when you say things, unless you give like a whole 3-hour exegesis to explain what you meant, sometimes people can misinterpret what you're saying. I am in no way putting the onus or responsibility of avoiding SA on the victim. But what I'm trying to do is give you guys some insight as to how we can cut down on some of these incidents in the future. And that means that when somebody tries to violate your body, you have to know that you have the right to tell them no. And you also have a right to physically remove their hands from your body. And you need to exercise that right so that they know exactly where you stand, and they also know that they better not continue to try to cross that boundary. Now, check this out. The other day, Nicki Minaj jumped online and she made a post that was like, yes, single. And a whole bunch of people assumed, for some reason, that that meant that she was getting a divorce from her husband, Kenneth Petty. But Nicki Minaj is like, what are y'all talking about? My family unit is intact. And to prove it, she posted a picture of her husband, and her son, Papa Bear, jumping on a plane to go to her next event. Check this out. Alright, so after Nicki Minaj posted that video showing everybody in the world that her family unit is intact, one person came in the comment section and was like, I love this. All the rumors circulating about Zoo's family makes me sad. Society is trying to bring Nicki down like how they did MJ. I'm praying for you, Nicki. And then somebody else came in the comment section and was like, ooh, she stopped them allegations and fast. And then after that, somebody else was like, wait, what? Oh, he's climbing stairs now? On his own? Oh my God, I love you, Papa. Yo, if y'all don't stop acting like Nicki's kid is doing like the most amazing thing in the world by climbing stairs, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. He's like 4 years old. Do you understand that kids go to like kindergarten at 4 years old? We used to be walking to the school bus by ourselves at like 4 years old. It's not an amazing thing. Y'all be cracking me up. Anyhow, rapper Vado caught some backlash this week after he said that he waited 13 years to marry his wife because he sort of wanted to see what kind of mother she would be before he put that ring on her finger. So he knocked her up first, waited to see what kind of mother she would be, and then he popped the question.
Let's wait. 13 years. I was like, yeah, it's that time. I had my daughter, and I wanted to wait till I had a daughter. This may sound crazy. I wanted to see if she's a good mom. If she's a good mom, she's a good wife.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. So I had my daughter. She's an amazing mom. She does everything to the T.
You said, I heard him. If she's a good mom, she's a good wife.
Yep. I think that she's.
You believe that?
I do. Absolutely.
What?
Absolutely. I think that if she's.
This is not to take
but
any
it wasn't
shit.
no
This is just saying
that she couldn't try it on a niece or a nephew.
No, because let me tell you something. You get married.
A dog.
When she do that divorce, halves gone.
Well, what I'm saying is, just because she's a good mother, I see some great mothers, and they were horrible wives.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, I think that if her things.
No, I'm serious.
I mean,
let's just look back in time. Things great mothers.
If her things are in line as a mother, her morals and things like that, I can see that this is somebody I can be with forever. The way you treat your children.
Now, you already know that after he said that, the comment section went crazy. And one person was like, ladies, if you desire to be married, don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband. If that man ain't talking about marrying you after about 2 years max, move on. And then somebody else was like, first of all, why would you have a child with a woman that you were unsure would be a good mother? Therefore, you having a baby with her so she can prove she would be makes no sense. Second, it took you 13 years of her to be that good mother she was destined to be for you to see that she was in fact a good mother and would be a good wife. Truth be told, you make it through infancy and toddler years with all of your hair intact, no straitjacket, and still praising God for being a mother with a thriving 3, 4, 5-year-old. You've done well. So why 13 years? Ladies, just be abstinent until God sends you your person. That few minutes of pleasure isn't worth your dignity. And then somebody else was like, truth is, he waited to see if there were better options, but couldn't find any that wanted him. So he married her. He ain't gonna admit that though. Now, after Vado realized that the people in his comment section were not feeling his initial remarks, he jumped back online to explain himself.
Yo, what's up, y'all? I wanted to get on here and clear the air real quick because y'all cooking me in these comments. Yes, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to marry her. Not the only reason. That goes hand in hand with me wanting to see if we would be able to successfully transition into parenthood together while still loving each other the same. Our love didn't waver. You know, the chase is still there. You know, the lust is still there. The laughing is still there. The fun is still there while having a child in the mix. Having a child can complicate things and sometimes muddy the love for one another. All the while, you know, being a mother is a tough thing. It's very, very tough. And for her to show up for that child each and every day, even when she doesn't feel like it, even when she's not feeling well, the sacrifice that she shows for this child, the sheer love that she gives this child, the blessings that she sees in this child, I felt like if she was able to do that on her worst day, I would have a hell of a wife. Because I think that in a marriage, these things will happen. There will be days where you don't want to have to deal with your husband, but you do. You know, these are sacrifices you have to make. You can't just jump ship. You know, these things you have to work out. And I felt like if she stuck around and made sure that child was a taken care of and a great mother, she would make a great wife. Furthermore, I was ready to be a father before I was ready to be a husband. It may sound crazy to some, but having a child really, really matured me from my patience, the way that I think, you know, the decisions I make, the people I hang with. Having a child sped up the process of me becoming a husband. And for that, I am extremely grateful. It worked for us. That's my baby. You know, we made it. I gave her the wedding of her dreams. I want that wedding to remind her of just how much she and I sacrificed and that I love her so much. So yeah, she was a good mother. She's an even better wife.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You needed to see whether or not she would be a good mother before you would make her your wife, which means that you were unsure about what kind of mother she would be, but yet you were willing to have a baby with her, which could potentially leave a child with a cuffed up mother. That makes no sense. Additionally, let's say she wasn't the best mother in the world. I mean, she was no Donna Reed. What were you gonna do then? Leave her with the baby and go knock up somebody else so you could test out whether or not they would be a good wife? So essentially what you're saying is that it was okay for your babies to potentially have a jacked up mother as long as you found out whether or not she was a good wife. Listen, I don't like this logic because I think that there's a certain level of selfishness to it. Using a baby as a test to see if a woman would be a good wife is actually unfair to the baby. And it also shows that you're whack because you would be willing to give a baby something that you might not want yourself. Listen, let me know what you think about Michael Rainey Jr. getting essayed. 50 Cent saying, oh please, that wasn't essay, that was flattery. Nicki Minaj showing the proof that she's still with Kenny Petty. And Vado saying that he had to test out his girlfriend to see whether or not she would be a good mother before he would be willing to make her his wife. Let me know what you think about all of that in the comments, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Peace.